Does this person make me feel confident, or do I feel like I need to keep looking over my shoulder? Is there even a small part of me that feels uneasy? If I had to explain to a mentor why I trust this person, could I do it without hesitation? Welcome to the Spinoso Podcast. I'm your host, Dr. Alex Spinoso. And today, guys, let's just get into it. Let's talk about business, leadership, life, and how to win at all three. You've heard me say this before. Operate on facts, not feelings. When it comes to business decisions, like what products to offer or how to price your services, you need to look at the data. The numbers, they never lie. Your feelings, on the other hand, now they'll lead you straight into trouble. But, and again, like I've said before, big old buts. There is an exception. When it comes to dealing with people, I'm going to tell you the exact opposite. In that area, you need to trust your gut. Warren Buffett and his longtime business partner, Charlie Munger, some of the world's most successful investors in history, they had a rule. If anyone they're working with raises their eyebrows even once in the first 6 weeks, they completely cut ties with that person. No questions, no second chances. They trust their instincts. If something feels off, they move on. And you know what? They've avoided a lot of bad partnerships and costly mistakes because of that policy. Now, there's actually a lot of science to back that up. Let's take a mother's intuition, for example. How many times have you heard stories about moms who just knew something was wrong with their kid before there are any obvious signs? Well, studies show that mothers often pick up on subtle changes in behavior, tone, or even body language without consciously realizing it. That's not magic, it's evolution. We've all got these built-in systems honed over thousands of years that help us read people and help us read situations. It's like a sixth sense. And while it's not always explainable by numbers or logic, it's often right. Let's break this down into practical terms. First, impressions matter. If someone gives you a bad vibe or says something that feels off, don't ignore it. Your subconscious is picking up on something, patterns, or something you might not consciously see yet. The next thing is that subtle red flags are still red flags. A little white lie, a slight hesitation when answering a question, or just a weird energy in a meeting. Those are all signs that something might be off. And if you're feeling it early on, it's better to address it or walk away sooner rather than later. The next is that intuition is your early warning system. Think of your gut as a radar. It might not always beep loudly, but if there's even a faint signal, pay attention. Now, again, let me be clear. I'm not saying you should make every decision based off feelings. When it comes to strategy, pricing, or marketing trends, look, rely on the data. But when it comes to people, your gut is a tool. Use it. Ask yourself, does this person make me feel confident, or do I feel like I need to keep looking over my shoulder? Is there even a small part of me that feels uneasy? If I had to explain to a mentor why I trust this person, could I do it without hesitation? If you can't answer those questions clearly, it might be time for you to reevaluate. Here's the bottom line. When you're running a business, the stakes are high. You can't afford to ignore the signals your brain and your gut are sending to you. So operate on facts when it comes to your business decisions, guys. But when it comes to people, when it comes to the person sitting in front of you, interacting with you, listen to your instincts. Trust your gut. Because let's just say a guy named Dennis applies to work at your company. Now, Dennis is married. He has kids. He's a Cub Scout leader. He's even president of his local church council. He's polite, respectable, even worked in code enforcement, where he is known as meticulous and deal-oriented. I mean, on paper, Dennis is the picture of an upstanding citizen. You have no facts that would say he was anything but a great guy. Still, you can't shake this feeling. There's this little voice in your head that irrationally you think is screaming, "Fuck no, don't hire Dennis." But you think that's not based off facts. You don't think it's logical. So, guess what? You hire him. Well, congrats. You just hired Dennis Ratter, the brutal serial killer known as the BTK, as in bind, torture, and kill. I know, I know. Look, holy shit, Alex, are you trying to make me paranoid? No, no. But I am trying to make a point. Operate on facts, not feelings, as a general rule of thumb, but there are exceptions. Like I said, especially where people are concerned. God and evolution have given us an intuition that is more accurate than any CV or spreadsheet in existence. So don't ignore it, trust your gut, and spare yourself a whole lot of heartache.